I like to do it
Okay.
nowadays. I like to just
And then my name will just appear
roll in.
here.
No,
No
I'll mention
intros
your
needed.
name. I'll mention your name. Christopher, good to see you. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you for coming in and doing this.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it a lot. It's really gross outside. It's like
Oh,
it was like snowing all day.
there's some snow and sleet,
Yeah, it's like all
and
slushy and gross
yeah,
outside
it
now.
hasn't turned into ice yet. I don't know if it will,
Not. I hope not. Cause I'm gonna bust my ass out
Um,
there.
but not bad enough to cancel tonight's engagement. Apparently,
No, not bad enough to cancel tonight.
no.
So we're here. We're in Studio 2.
That's fine.
Studio
That should be
2.
the name of your show.
Right.
Life and whatever else.
Yes,
Studio 2.
Studio 2. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That is a good name, Studio 2. But the studio is actually pretty fun. I don't know. Studio 2 is a little better than Studio 1. I feel here at the Manhattan Neighborhood Network.
I think in another studio when we're talking for those at home, never mind. Studio 1 is obviously a lot bigger, so I think
Yeah,
if you need the space,
it's good for it's good to have like big shows, but like when you're doing
yes,
like one
I've had
this is good.
we've had big productions
Elaborate
that called
productions.
for it.
Yeah, on your we've had some productions of your show. Which ones do you like? You like this one?
I enjoy all of the studios for different reasons.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yes, for Junk and Jam.
Yeah.
That's your
yeah.
your thing. So you do two shows now, two separate. You do a regular Junk and Jam and then a kid show.
No.
Okay, I'm confused. on that. I
So
was confused.
Junk
myself
and
on that.
Jam Live, I did produce a special.
A special. Okay, that's what it was.
Yes, that just so happened to be a kids themed.
Kids theme. Yeah.
So I tried my best to write segments and jokes and interviews based off of maybe, and not even like we're not talking about 8-year-olds, but maybe what a 14 to 17-year-old might like to watch. We'll
Okay,
see.
14.
But an adult, I would also like an adult to enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
So, but all of that will be airing this month
Okay. So
on the network,
February.
but it's already up on YouTube to stream.
Ooh, that's bad. You're not supposed to do
Well,
that.
it was supposed to air
No, I'm
already,
joking.
and I didn't get it in on time. So I was like, okay,
Alright.
let's stream it.
Yeah, they have their rules here about like stuff airing before you're supposed to put it on YouTube.
So the
And-
good thing is with YouTube, what I typically do is as soon as it airs, I already have it loaded to YouTube,
Uh-huh.
and it'll premiere on YouTube
Yes.
as soon as the show is done airing.
That's a good idea.
It's great. It works great.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to do anything. You already have it loaded. Everything's already up. And if somebody goes to YouTube, it says premiering in 1 hour, but just watch it on
Yeah.
television if you can, and then. But
YouTube has come so far in
yes,
in like a relatively short amount of time. It's come like so far. It's crazy to go on. It's crazy to think that people do YouTube shows
Yes.
and like make money
Yes.
off of it.
I like how YouTube has progressed, and
Yes.
people themselves have regressed.
Regress, yes, I completely
And
agree
then
with
that's what
that.
we get on YouTube.
Yes, pretty much.
We're
that is
slowly
crazy.
regressing on YouTube
Yeah.
and on
It's-
Instagram.
It's sad on social media in general.
Yeah.
Like it's almost sad because it's like for like people like us who have shows, we have to like promote our shows on social media, and like
So we're
sometimes
told you have to, you must, you should.
you should. Let's say we should do it,
Mm,
even though
Not as often. Yeah,
I'm slacking on
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
But like you go on there, and when you see everything on social media, it's just insane how like people like act all crazy on social media. Like it's wild. to
Well,
me.
I mean, we encounter people all the time, whether it's here or anywhere.
Mhm.
And you're of a certain age, as you know by now.
Yeah.
You can spot a person in need, in dire need of attention
Yes.
from a mile away. And usually I'm like, okay, that's great. Obviously, this person needs a friend.
Mhm.
And, I don't know if this happened to you, but people just come up and talk to you and tell you
No,
their life story.
People have not
and-
done that with me.
Well,
with me.
you do not get out enough. And so,
That's true.
two things. Either you need more friends or you don't have friends because obviously you're a loon.
Yeah.
But you definitely need a therapist. And so sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm obviously going to play therapist for the next. Not even therapist, you're just an ear.
Yeah.
So for me, from my observation, what these social platforms have done has given everyone a platform to air out their therapy sessions.
True.
You know, and even and it might not be a positive way to therapize yourself because usually you get unbiased feedback and
Yeah.
you know, and you're not really gonna get that in social media. You're just gonna get people either patronizing you, like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's so good. Come like my page, like for like. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, listen, I'm guilty of the like for like, okay? I've done that, okay?
Hashtag follow for follow.
Yeah, don't
So
mock
stupid.
Me.
Don't do that to me.
I feel like you're mocking me right now,
Yeah. No.
because I do
But-
those things.
But yeah, so okay, so that's just I'm not judging, but that's just the atmosphere, and I think it gives people sort of a validation of okay, now I can say this and I can use this platform to say whatever I want, which it does allow people to do that, which is fine. I think the only problem is when you have people who are creators of content of all sorts, you know, painters, which is obviously Instagram is a great platform for stuff like that, and obviously we do clips and
Instagram is my favorite
yeah.
of all of them, because you
Yes.
could just post like pictures and videos.
Yeah.
Um,
But you could also post just, you know, booty clapping
I see a lot of booty
for
clapping.
60 whole seconds,
I
right?
see a lot of booty
So
clapping.
or booger picking.
Ew.
And then when you extend that to YouTube, oh well, now it's an hour long
Yes. An hour
booty
long.
clapping and burger picking.
Yes. But they'll take your stuff down off of YouTube if you have like a song that's not supposed to be on there
Yes.
or something.
See, I'm confused about that. I guess you don't have the license, the copyright for the original music, but you do have the license to put up your own rendition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what it is that because they have like algorithms and I think they could pick up the actual audio and like realize you're
Match
using
it exactly
Match
to
it.
yes.
So I think when people do like a cover of a song or something like that, I think that's why they don't always.
you're still creating it
You're creating
in a
it
different way. or
At that
you're having
point,
a-
at that point, it's kind of like whether the artist decides to take legal action
is up to them.
against you or not.
Pull all my videos down, is what J Lo would say. And
Yeah.
then- that's not
I-
me.
I had a video one time, and I learned it the hard way that I put up. I was just I was in here actually. I was shooting a show,
Yes.
and we had used audio from like a wrestling event, and I put up this show, everything. I promoted
The
to, like,
actual clip
people.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we played the audio, and like all of a sudden I go on YouTube, and they're like, "You have a copyright strike or whatever
Love
it
it.
is." And I was like, "For what?" And then, then it's like, "For this, that clip that
Oh,
you played,
wow.
where you played the audio from this." I'm like, "Damn, you took down my whole." It was like a 45-minute video too, and like they took down the whole thing. It was a show, so.
But now, were you able to repost it without that portion of it?
What did I do? I edited.
Edited.
Edit past tense is like one of the hardest things for me to say. Edited.
I went back to edit.
Yes, okay, I went back
It.
to edit. I went back and edited. You'll always get back to that word.
You're always gonna get back. That's right.
But I did, and I think I posted it up without that clip. But there's like a whole chunk where it just jumps from like us talking about wrestling to like talking about sex or something like
Yeah.
that. And
I mean,
it's-
that sounds like a good transition. I mean,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I know this is not your thing. But when I think of wrestling other men, I see that transition very fast.
Oh, man.
It's just, there's no other way for it to end.
That's pretty funny. I didn't think of it that way, but
A boner, at the very
that
least.
is funny. I mean,
Um,
pro wrestling is like men in like little trunks and,
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense. But
I used to watch wrestling when I was younger
I
with
feel like
my brothers.
everybody used to watch wrestling.
Yeah.
Like everybody I know, it's like you're one of two people. You always watch wrestling when you were a kid.
Yeah.
But you either got older and kept watching it, or you were like, that shit's not real. So I grew up.
Right.
Like, you're such a loser for watching that. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm one of the.
I think as someone, it's entertainment.
Yes.
And just like entertainment,
Uh huh.
you kind of have to go in and what's the saying? You have to suspend your disbelief
Suspend disbelief. Yes.
to enjoy it.
Uh huh.
It's like theater. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
It's except no, I would say it's more like theater because it's being
More theater.
performed live
Yeah.
and
it's
in front of an
definitely-
audience.
Yeah.
So I think there
definitely more like
is
theater.
still the thrill of you still. I don't mean they don't know what could happen.
No.
They know they have to take care of each other in this space.
Yeah. It's one of the unique, like, to me, it's one of the most unique forms.
There's
of
storylines, there's
entertainment.
plots.
Yes. It's, like, totally unique because, on one hand, like, when you're not actually wrestling a match, you have to, like, sell the storyline or whatever
Right.
to the people through,
There's
like,
some really bad acting involved.
yeah, there is some bad acting.
Yeah.
But you do it
Which
through,
you have to
like,
like.
verbal, yeah.
You have
I
to
mean,
like it.
When it comes to that,
They're
it
not
used-
taking themselves seriously.
It used to be better because back in the day it was kind of like on the fly. Now, what
Produced-
what they
a
do,
little
it's like
more
really
produced.
overproduced. So like now it's like you can clearly tell when somebody was told, "Hey, go out there and stand there and make this space." Back in the day, it was kind of like you felt it out and figured out what the hell to do.
Yes.
So it was more entertaining back then for me because I would watch it and I'd be like, "Oh shit! Like, what's gonna happen
I
next?"
think, and obviously it happened with reality television. And with the
Yeah.
advent of more reality television, and
Yeah.
let's be honest, when you think about reality television being produced to, and obviously that has then affected the way maybe wrestling programs are produced.
Yeah.
Yes, it was less I guess they just wanted more moments
Uh huh.
for the camera. And
Yeah.
sometimes to get that faster, you have to produce it a little bit. You have to kind of
It's
coax it a
actually-
little
it's,
bit.
It's interesting.
Poke
that
it a
you-
little bit.
Yeah.
We
it's-
need this from you. We need
it's
that from you.
Interesting that you bring up reality TV because I feel like modern reality TV is like what wrestling
Used to be.
Because it's like when you watch reality TV, you know it's produced. You know
Right.
these scenarios are kind of created, but it's kind of like
Now go.
okay, go
Now
out
deliver
there and
this.
just do it. We'll
Yes.
figure out how
Yes.
everything works. You know where we should have the cameras and
Yes.
whatnot.
And we'll come back for the pickups we want.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So pro wrestling used to be like that.
Yes.
Now, I feel like pro wrestling is like, it's almost like when reality TV came out, they wanted to become more like scripted television, and I feel like it's like really like not that great because it's like you have
So have you stopped watching it as much?
watch. Yeah, I don't watch it as much. I still watch it and I still keep up with like all kinds of different wrestling.
Yes.
But I'm not like the diehard.
So
that I used
okay,
to be.
so if I can recall, right,
Uh-huh.
there was Macho Man Randy Savage.
Okay, you remember the good guys.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
There was Ric Flair.
Yes.
There was The Undertaker.
Yes.
I'm gonna be missing a lot of people. There was.
Well, there were a lot of people, so
a
you're not gonna
lot.
get all of them.
There was even The Rock,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, he was a little after.
And,
Like,
well, what
yeah.
at least from what I can remember.
Uh huh.
China.
Yes, she passed away.
She passed
so
away.
Rest in peace, China.
Drugs are bad, and
Yeah. She was in Playboy too. That was interesting.
yeah. Oh, I did. Is that now? Did you get that Playboy
Uh,
issue?
I was, what grade was I in when that came out? I wasn't of age yet, but I saw the pictures anyway.
You weren't of age. Come on.
Yeah, no, that didn't stop me. I'm not saying that stopped me,
Okay,
but
okay.
I couldn't like.
You mean go and purchase
I
it
couldn't
yourself
go.
and
I'd, like-
order it? You couldn't order it online yet.
Exactly.
You couldn't eBay it.
This was probably what This was 98, 99.
Oh, you could eBay it then.
2000.
You could have eBayed
I
it.
was. What was that? We're in what 2019, so it was 19 years ago.
You just didn't have your own.
Yeah, I was like 13,
Debit
so
card,
I
yeah.
couldn't really like walk into the store.
You should have called me. I would have gotten it for you.
Oh, okay.
So,
I can just walk into the store and be like, "Hey, let me get that."
but school me. Are there wrestlers I should be knowing about today?
They're good wrestlers. Like, don't get me wrong. They're guys that like I enjoy watching, but it's not like the same. It's like, for example, like you see how The Rock has like crossed over into like
Oh well, yes.
mainstream
There's no
celebrity.
going back.
Like even back in the day, like when like Hulk Hogan, like he didn't do like big movies or anything, but like
Commercials.
everybody knew who Hulk Hogan was.
Yes.
Nowadays, there
I think he
aren't-
had like cereal, the same thing, cereal endorsements. There might have been a
Yeah,
sneaker involved.
He had like all that stuff, but like
toys.
now,
A lot action figures were a big thing.
yeah,
I think Mr. T is still making money off of action
Probably.
figures. Who knows?
probably. But there's not a lot of wrestlers nowadays that are like, you have to see this guy. Like he talks a lot of
Yes.
shit. He's
But
great. Like
And this is not my show, so I should stop asking questions.
yeah,
But
I know. Like
do you
we're
feel,
just-
but at least to go back to our conversation, is this not because it's just saturated? I mean, there's a lot more going on than, we can watch Real
Yeah.
Housewives of Atlanta and see some wrestling there.
Yes,
Yeah.
very, very true.
Yeah, right.
That's a good point. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I think now that you bring that up, I feel like when we were kids, since there weren't as many entertainment like options, you only had so many channels that you could watch on TV.
Right. So I used to watch my women on women action on Dynasty. That was it.
Oh.
And
man.
Glow, but there was Glow.
Glow, yes.
Yes.
Glow is actually back. There's actually.
Well, there's a series now.
Is it Glow?
I think it's
or
produced by Mark Maron. It's a comedy series, or at least based on. But
Yeah,
you're talking
there's
about the
that.
real.
There's
real-
There's a Netflix show. I think.
Yeah.
Was it Netflix?
I don't know what.
But there was. I know what you're talking about. But there's also like it might be, like WoW wrestling, women
Oh,
wrestling,
yes,
something like
yes.
that.
Women on women.
Something like yeah.
I don't know.
The women on women. I
Women
watched,
of wrestling. I
the
don't know.
women on women that I watched were on illegal
Or
cable
on legal
late at
cable.
night. So.
You had to like go through the channels and hopefully something was peeking through the cable
Yeah.
box.
Well, they were like illegal boxes or whatever
Yeah.
back in the day. So like
Yeah.
I was a dirtbag. I'd like watch like all the dirty channels that I shouldn't be watching.
Well, does that make you a dirtbag or just a 14-year-old
No,
boy?
I just like saying I was a dirtbag.
Yeah.
I just like saying it, but I would always watch. But it's weird. Like I never had any, like when I was flipping through the channels one day, no hesitation. It wasn't
Yes.
like, oh my god, what is this? I was like watched it and like those were the good old days, 14 years.
The good
old.
old days.
God.
You're no longer a dirtbag.
No. I'm a mature adult.
Oh, you're a mature
nowadays.
adult.
Yeah, but just real quick, like there's so many entertainment options nowadays.
Yes.
Like I don't know how people really watch TV or anything like TV shows. It's like crazy to me because it's like the concept of cord cutting is like weird to me. But like there's so many people that do it because there's so many people that just watch like Netflix, just watch Amazon,
Yes.
even like YouTube shows or whatever. There's
Yes.
so many people that
So-
do that. And for me,
Yeah.
it blows my mind.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
I've experimented with all of that. And what I still find is, and as long as it fits your budget,
Yes.
you
I'll make a point
can
about that.
you can fall back into. I survived years without cable, but now that I'm a cable subscriber again,
Yeah.
here's what happens. I still have like what do you call it? You know, where you plug it in and you have your Netflix and your Hulu.
A
Well,
computer.
Hulu you need another, not a computer, but
An iPad.
whatever. I have something where I have an extra remote, an Amazon.
Oh, the Fire Stick.
The Fire Stick. Well,
I
I'm
think
like,
that's what it's
what
called.
do you call those gadgets?
What do you call that thing?
What do you call them? Where's my cane? So, you know, I still have gadgets and stream. You know, I stream everything.
Yeah.
You know, I watch YouTube and. But I like certain shows that are still on television. I like, you know, I love the late night programs.
Yeah.
And you know, some of them bleed into, and even with cable now, I'm not ashamed to say I have demand services, right? Because they had to provide that to
Yeah.
keep up. So I watch Netflix, I watch demand, I watch live television, all of it. But here's what I found is, and this is why I don't believe television is altogether dead. Sometimes
so
you
either.
just want for some television to be chosen for you. You don't want to
Yes.
go looking. You don't want to go rummaging.
I
Because you could
agree
spend a
with
long
that.
time rummaging too.
I
So I
agree
just
with
want to
that.
click on the TV and be told what to watch.
There's some times where I would watch the TV and like you go through the guide, you're trying to find something to watch,
Yeah.
and you don't even know it, but like 20 minutes.
But they still have
later,
something
There's still
on
something in the little
television
box,
while you're
yeah.
scrolling.
But like 25 minutes later, I'm
You're
like, look, I'm
still-
like, I still haven't found it.
I'm just going to watch this Harry Potter movie
watch,
again.
yeah.
I'm just
But
going
like
to
the
watch.
18. I'm a big Jurassic Park guy, so
There you
whenever
go,
Jurassic Park
yes.
is on, I'm
All
on that
for it.
movie. But there's so many. The other thing that's weird is that I feel like TV's gonna make a comeback because there are. It's not gone away, but there's so many streaming services now that I feel like it's defeating the purpose of having like streaming services because it's like if you're paying like a lot of them are not super expensive. Like you might have like I think Netflix went up to like $13 or something, but other than that, there's really not a lot
Yeah.
that are that expensive. But when you add it up, like if let's say you have one service that's like $10, you know, you have a
Right.
couple services that are $5, then all of a sudden you realize you have like 20 services
That's right.
that cost all this money. It's like, wait, I'm
Which-
basically paying a cable bill here.
Which is why I'm grateful to my family members that let me have access
there you go.
to their subscription.
Yeah, but eventually they're gonna realize that and they're gonna like cut that.
Well,
shit
they've
out.
already, I
They've
think,
started
started
to-
hammering down, but
yeah.
at the moment,
hmm But it's just like that is just, and it's crazy to me when you go on like the subway or whatever. It's crazy to me how many people will like watch their phones or their iPads as they're just like walking the street, like that. In that sense,
you
I'm
know
like
what
old
the
school.
biggest thing though? Forget
No,
about
perfect.
streaming. Bless you.
What is it?
This whole talking to your friend on
Oh, on like a
FaceTime,
FaceTime.
or whatever
Yeah.
you're using
Yes.
while you're walking. Sometimes I would just stand there. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stand here and wait till you look up. If not, you're gonna bump into me.
Yeah, I know. The one thing that I hate is when I'm walking and somebody in front of me is like walking slow, and I realize that they're walking slow because they're on their phone.
Yes.
like
Well, I can. Yeah.
a FaceTime or whatever. I'm like, just move,
I'm not. Just move.
Just
Just
get out
go
of
to
the
the
way.
side.
please.
Yeah.
Just get out of the way. It drives me crazy, and it happens all the time. And then there'll be times where some people will just like stop right there and like talk. I'm like, no,
Because it's New York City.
don't.
Who
don't
else
talk.
is going to be walking down this block?
Yeah, don't talk right there. If you're gonna talk,
Yeah.
take like 10 steps to the side.
Yeah.
Like get out of my way.
No
please.
less.
Go into
Just
traffic.
10
No.
full, just 10 full steps.
No, man, New York City's crazy.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, there's a lot of people in this city. There are a lot of people.
It has its pros and cons.
For me, the pros outweigh the cons,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I know some people don't always feel that way. But I mean, the biggest pro for me is here in the city, you can like go out at any time and there's always something to do.
Yes.
Cause I visited family in Florida, and we were like,
Wow. Yes.
yeah, we were like
Yeah.
maybe like 45 minutes outside of Orlando or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
We were like right between Orlando and Jacksonville, but it's like
Wow.
not really.
The hip thing to do there at a certain time is Walmart.
Oh, not even. They like closed
Which I love.
everything. Like
No, there's no super Walmart centers open 24 hours a day in the area.
no, hell
No way.
Not where we were at least.
Oh.
Because I went down with my family and like we stayed
Or
at
a
this-
super Target.
a super Target, yeah.
24 hours
No.
of fun and shopping.
No, not quite. There's a million Publix supermarkets.
Oh yes,
But
sure.
we got there and we got to like the resort we were staying at. It was more like a hotel. It wasn't super
Yeah.
fancy. But we get there and like the guy who's helping us with our bags, he tells us, "Oh, there's one pizzeria that's like open." We were starving. We hadn't eaten anything.
Yeah,
He's like, "There's one pizzeria that's open."
love it.
And it was like 10:30. I was like, "What? What is this? One pizzeria?
Stop
is
the
open?
presses.
This is insane." I didn't know what to do.
So no Domino's.
No.
No. What are the other ones? Pizza Hut.
There's like, let's see, there's Domino's.
I'm missing a few.
Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars,
Little
Papa
Caesars,
John's.
Papa John's. None of them were open at
Um,
10:30.
They didn't have any of those. They
What
didn't-
year was this?
It was like 3 years ago, not very long ago. But they had, they did have a lot of chain restaurants,
Yeah.
not like fast food, but they had like, it was like Denny's, Applebee's.
Oh, I love Denny's.
all that. I'm a Denny's person. I like Denny's myself.
Yes.
Yeah, I like IHOP too. You like IHOP?
I. It's not like I have a choice living in the city.
True.
You know, I'm only offered IHOP. But make no mistake, if they put up a Denny's, it's Denny's time.
Oh man, yeah. Manhattan is missing out on the
Lots of things.
like the chain.
I just found out there's a Sonic in Queens, so I still haven't made the trip there.
Oh man.
Which I love about Florida too, because there's Sonics.
Yeah, there are
Yeah,
Sonics
yeah.
down in Florida. New York is missing a lot, man.
Yeah.
Like I have to go. Like I live on like I shouldn't maybe. I live somewhere in the 90s. I'm not gonna say which street. I don't want all my fans stalking. but I live somewhere in the 90s.
I
So-
took it somewhat differently. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm stuck somewhere in 1995 myself.
Oh, okay. No, not that. I live in the 90s. Well, both actually. 'Cause
Yeah.
I do like the 90s decade. But when you're in the 90s,
So east, west. Now we're pinpointing
No, we're not
closer.
gonna-
We're inching closer.
okay, I don't care. I'll say west,
Okay, so you live on the
West.
Upper West Side.
upper west. Yes, the upper west side.
The Upper West Side.
But I like the upper west side more than the upper east side. I am not.
I like the Upper West Side.
I am not an.
I
upper-
enjoy the Upper East. Well, I live in East Harlem, but I enjoy the Upper
But
West Side.
but that's okay. Like to me, like
But when you start Upper East Side, certain point, it's just different
the east side.
than
to-
the West.
The east side.
At least
to
you have
me-
Michaels and
Yeah, that's what we have. Yeah.
we have Michaels.
The east side is weird because it's like from 59th to like 96 to me. There's like nothing. I just
On the
feel-
East Side?
I feel.
Oh
like,
no, there's lots going on 59th Street
To
on
me-
the East Side.
No, once you get at like between 59th and 96, I just feel like.
Don't forget
it's-
the museums along the way.
Well, all right, they're the museums, but like to me, walking the streets on the east side, on the Upper East Side, is just like boring. I feel like there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, I feel on the
You
west
have to
side.
enjoy the
Yeah.
the architecture.
For some reason, I've just never, and I like walking. I like walking the streets. I was about to say,
Yes.
but
I walk the streets.
I like walking.
I pose
the
a
streets.
challenge for you. Next time you're on the Upper East Side, just go all the way east and walk the FDR then.
Okay, that's different.
Just
though.
do
That's
the FDR. And
See, you're getting around. You're telling me about the museums and the FDR.
Yes.
It's everything in between that I
then
find
there's free days for the museum.
ridiculously boring.
And we're not talking about, museum. We're talking about museums. Like,
True.
you won't even be able to finish in a day. Like, you have to go and find another day to go back
That's very true.
Just this beautiful art.
Even though I will say the only museum that matters to me is the Museum of Natural History because that's where
Yeah.
all the dinosaurs are.
Are they? Are they? Are they? I feel like they were still doing some renovations, right?
They're
I
always
don't
doing
know.
some type of renovation over there.
Yeah.
They're always doing something. But that's like my museum.
Yeah.
That's the museum I always go to.
I like
just
that
walk
museum too,
around
yeah.
it. I like seeing the big whale. that
The
they
big
have.
whale, yes.
That's one
Which
of
I'm
my
always scared to
favorites.
walk under because you're like,
Yes.
now, having lived in LA is when
L.A.
every moment of every second, every second of every moment of every day
second.
is
Okay.
when this could be it. Make sure I'm not standing under anything heavy,
Yeah.
like a big whale.
California's gonna float off. I'm telling you, one day.
But Manhattan can sink too.
Yeah, we're kind of fucked here too, but you know that's a whole state over over there. I'll just find my way to New Jersey or something
Yeah.
and be safe. But I want to go out to the West Coast. I've never been out there.
You should.
If I go out there, I'm gonna stay out there
You may.
at least for a little while.
Yeah, you may.
I need a change of scenery. I want to get out there. 2020.
So, but now you lived in. Here I go asking questions.
No,
again.
ask away. Ask away. I like.
But you lived on the East Coast all your life,
all my life,
Yeah.
right in New York City,
which is
Manhattan.
fine.
Yeah, I haven't traveled very far.
Yeah.
The furthest that I've traveled has been, probably Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think there's any other place, but I think Puerto Rico's the furthest.
You know,
Furthest south I went
you don't
to.
pass Cuba, you don't pass Haiti, you don't pass DR on the way.
No, none of that stuff.
Jamaica's not there.
No, just go right from Miami to
Just
to
straight.
Puerto Rico, straight line. I've gone to Toronto once.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was a nice city. That was a good day. I went to a Blue Jays game out there. That was
So specific.
yeah. It was the only
A
day. I was,
specific reason to go.
no, we didn't even actually go for that. I was with family, and we just happened to get Blue Jays tickets because we were there. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't really traveled much. I get jealous of people when like I don't know if you ever seen online. Are you on Facebook?
Yes. So the interesting thing is, I automatically feed stuff to Facebook, so I don't ever
So
have
you
to go
don't have
on
to see.
Facebook.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So I don't. No, it's.
So we'll say yes.
So I am linked to Facebook
Through your other
through my Instagram because that's where I post stuff.
I hear you.
And maybe I'm doing it wrong as well because it also does it for Twitter. And so conversely, I do not have the app, either
So
apps
you
on
don't.
my phone.
Okay, that's good.
So every now and then I might log on.
No need. But the point I was gonna make was that on Facebook, there's like this thing that people put out that's like a map of all the places I've traveled to.
Yes.
And it's like when I look at the map, I get jealous of people because like they'll put down like 12 states and like all this stuff. Be like California, Washington, Arizona, Nevada, Texas.
Now-
I'll be like Jersey,
Yes.
Connecticut, Pennsylvania,
Sure.
right around here. So Florida, Maryland.
Boston?
Well, yes, I did go to
Yeah.
Massachusetts. Yeah, but everything was like as a little kid.
Chicago?
Never Chicago. I got family in Chicago. I should.
You
go
would like
visit
Chicago.
them.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
A few years ago, the husband and I decided
Mhm.
for one of the legs of our trips from the West Coast back to the East Coast, which was Florida. So we were going literally.
Yeah.
And we decided to drive. Really, he decided to drive, and I just decided
Okay.
to come along for the trip because why not?
It
I
was
don't
just-
drive.
Just a regular car.
Just a regular car.
No, like.
No, we had.
No, I don't know. Some people might take. Like,
It also
a
turns into a hovercraft. Yes, a regular car.
little, no, some people might take a little like what are those little mini
Oh, like you're talking about like a trailer,
yeah, not like a huge one because
an
it's only two of
RV,
you.
an
Yeah.
RV sort of thing. No, we
Like a
didn't
little
do the
smaller
RV.
one or whatever.
just a regular
I would do that.
car.
Okay.
Our 2 dogs.
2 dogs.
Our 2 dogs.
That must have been fun.
It was a lot of fun because we had to make stops for them to use the bathroom.
Yeah. For
walk
you to use the
around.
bathroom.
And for us to use the bathroom. So,
Okay, all right.
what you're looking at might not be a correct representation. So, and we had to drive through lots of states.
True.
So you might be looking at someone's road trip instead
Road
of
trip.
an actual.
Yeah,
you know.
I've thought about that too, but then again, I don't, because I think like myself. Like one time with the family, this is when I was a little kid, we took a road trip from New York to Florida. So we went through like all the states, on the East Coast.
Yeah,
But like we never really stopped. Like we stopped in
Virginia maybe.
Yeah, Virginia. We went Virginia, and we went to what was it? Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah.
So like those were like the only places that we really stopped. We
Probably
never
the only
really-
places you really need to.
Yeah, you're not gonna see. But I'm the type that if I was traveling by myself, I'd just find like.
Although
some
North
weird-
Carolina would be a good place.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go everywhere. I'm gonna go all 50 states. 2020, that's my thing. I'm gonna go to all 50 states.
2020, all 50 states.
All 50 states.
So wait, are you announcing on your own show that you're running for president of the
Oh
United
man,
States?
yes, I am announcing that.
You're just gonna take
That's right.
all state tour.
all 50 states. Even the territory of Puerto Rico. I'll go there.
You have to go to Hawaii. You have to go to Alaska.
Yes. Yeah, even though I'm scared because like Hawaii, you can't really like drive to. I don't like planes, so like you have to take a plane there.
Well, this is you
This is me. I'm
taking
announcing-
control over your fears.
Yeah, true,
And just go.
true. And I've been on a plane before, but it's never a fun experience for me. I try to sleep and I can't.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I think I
You
took
have
a-
to. I don't know what the opposite of suspend your disbelief is. Then you have to turn up the imagination of what you can do on a plane. Read books, movies.
I watched Jurassic Park.
Yeah, just watch Jurassic Park.
That was like the movie that was on, so I stuck with it because I can't. I don't know what it is.
See, but now if Jurassic Park is something, or is the one thing, then that you were able to attach positively to and make
A
that a
flight.
positive experience for you, then
Watch it all
you
the
need
time.
to always watch Jurassic Park
It's not. No, it's not really a.
until turbulence happens.
It was
and
just
then-
on. I'm just the type that like I feel like everything's like you go on the flight and you feel like that little like.
Bump.
I'm like, oh shit.
Have you ever had the drops?
Yeah.
The drops are fun.
All right. We gotta get out of it. But I gotta tell the story since we're talking about it.
Yes.
The last flight that I was on, we were coming back from Orlando, and I'm on the flight, and like everything is going fine. I'm actually feeling really great on this flight. I was shocked. I was like, I don't know why I'm feeling great. I don't feel anything. I don't feel any.
That's
of the
good.
bumps. I'm feeling really good.
Sometimes you have that.
All of a sudden, we are like near New Jersey. We're like in Atlantic. We're like by like Atlantic City.
Yeah.
And we're flying like kind of low, so you can like see the boardwalk and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like looking. I'm like, we're awfully close to the ground here. So
Wait, where were you landing at? You were in Newark? Yeah.
Newark.
That's
yeah.
right. That's right though.
But keep in mind, I don't really fly that much. So this was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't like afraid we were crashing. I was just like, oh, we must be landing
Relatively
soon.
speaking,
It was coming.
looking from the plane's
Yeah.
point of view, you're like, we're really close.
Yeah, we're really close. But I wasn't thinking, oh my God, we're going to crash. I was like, oh, we must be landing soon. So all of a sudden, I pull up the little like map. I don't know if you ever seen it's like a JetBlue flight.
Yes.
They have like the
It
map.
shows you how
and you see the
your
flight.
travels. Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I'm looking on the map and I'm like saying, all right, we're going straight. I see the plane on the map start going out this way towards the ocean. And I'm like, why are we going out to the ocean? And like, I'm like in my seat and I'm like all panicked. I'm like, oh my God.
We're making a landing.
Oh my God, what the hell? No, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because they weren't saying anything either.
Yeah.
They didn't say anything like, oh, we have to stay here or whatever.
They have to stall, fly
So,
around.
I was like nervous as hell.
They
I'm like,
don't have clearance yet.
I'm like, oh my god, why are we going out to the ocean? Did this plane get hijacked? What the hell happened here? Why are we going out to the ocean or whatever?
Sure.
'Cause I was
Post
like,
9/11 fears.
I was having like a panic attack. I was like, I didn't know. So then all of a sudden, like after they veer out into the ocean, then they make the announcement. Oh, well, we have to wait here because there's air traffic ahead of us. We'll be landing, soon, and yada yada. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks
for
thanks
clarifying.
to scare the hell out of
Yeah,
me.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here freaking out that like we're gonna land in the ocean or some shit like that,
Yeah.
and then you guys just say, oh, yeah, we're gonna land soon. Just like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. No big deal.
I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
Then there was another flight we landed, and the pilot hit the brakes real hard once we landed,
Oh.
and I was like, I had my seatbelt on, and all of a sudden it was like, "Whoa." I was like,
It's so you
oh,
feel that
no.
pressure stop, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My head is always gonna explode too, like
Yeah.
when we're coming back down. But then you add that in, it was like, oh my god, that was like terrible. But I
So
survived.
what is your problem with trusting your pilot?
It's weird because I don't fly enough,
Got
so
it.
it's not even a matter.
If it's not close to perfect,
Yeah,
you have a certain feeling about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not. I'm not afraid to get on a plane. I'm just not too fond of being in the air
Yeah.
that long. Because what
Longer than you have to.
Because
You're already there,
yeah.
and now the map is saying,
Yes.
psych.
I'm also of the belief, well, not the belief, it's truth. What goes up must come down.
Yes.
So, like,
Sure.
let's make this as fast as possible,
Yeah.
people, okay?
I know.
But yeah, I
There
just
have
got,
been times where I'm just like, I'm going to kiss that ground.
do you clap when the plane lands?
So,
Please. Oh, you are.
I am a clapper.
You're. Oh,
It's
no.
something I've learned.
Oh.
My first flights were to and fro Puerto Rico, so
So you get down
clapping
and
was a
you
big
clap.
deal in the culture, and my husband hates it. And he knows me, and we fly so much now. He's like,
Oh,
"Don't do it," and I'm like, "But why?"
don't do it.
So I'm just like, just to myself. I'm not like,
Oh,
"Woohoo, yeah!" I'm just like,
that.
just out of habit.
But that might be even
But I
worse.
really am happy, thankful.
Yeah.
We're on the ground.
Yeah, I'm thankful too, but I'm not even a clapper. I'm just like, oh, thank God we're here. All
I'm a
right.
snapper. I'm
I-
cool.
I'm a
I'm
snap-
cool like that.
No, I'm the type. Once we're down, I'm like, I'm just gonna chill in my seat until everybody gets their bag and gets the hell off because they all want to get their bag and make the mad dash to the front to get out of the plane.
Oh yeah, I just wait.
And I'm like,
we just
"All right,
wait.
people, if there's a spot for me to
We
sneak
just
out,
wait.
I'll sneak out. But like,
Now, depending on the location, you'll know if they're also going to use the back exit,
true.
which is the real fun. I don't know if you've ever entered an exit off of the back exit like you were the president. It's so fun.
No, I've never actually done that.
You don't have to go through the little
You know,
makeshift terminal. You just go up the stairs.
yeah, I've never actually gotten out of a plane and walked on the what is it, tarmac? Is it?
Yeah.
I've
Oh
nev-
yeah, you never had one.
Never actually walked on the tarmac.
It's
I'm always kind of jealous of that. I'm always wondering, I'm like, why am I on the flight that I have to get out to the little makeshift tunnel here?
Yeah.
I want to walk on the tarmac one time.
Yeah.
Just please, just once.
Yeah.
But hopefully when I launch my...
Depends on just. I
Yeah.
think the obviously airline, the type of plane, and the location.
One day I will, when I launch my presidential campaign.
Yes. Now, when you
I will
do let me know,
do that. Yes.
I will make maybe some graphics, some slogans. I'll pitch you some slogans.
Excellent, excellent. I'll be here at MNN, on TV, like, every week, talking
Yes.
something.
Yes.
But, all right, time flies. It's
Time flies.
time to get out.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. For
Thank you
having
for
me.
coming
That
on,
was
Chris. Where can we find you and your show and everything?
So everything I do, you can find on junkandjam.com.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dope.
That's it.
Your Instagram is just Junk and Jam. correct?
Junk and Jam on Instagram, Junk and Jam on Facebook, on Twitter,
On Twitter, there you go.
on the twits, on YouTube. Just type in Junk and Jam.
Have you changed your URL on YouTube?
No, I'm waiting.
Okay. It's only a one-time change, so I'm very careful about.
But I feel like I still have to wait for a little more subscribers.
I don't know. I don't think so. You can do it if you
Oh,
want.
I can do it now?
I think you can, but
We'll
I
see.
think like
I'm going to hold you to that. Now, if I go home and I try to
I'm
change
probably
it,
wrong, but I'm gonna say
going
this
to-
anyway.
I'm going to sue.
Don't sue me, okay? Please. You don't want to sue me. My presidential campaign
Is
will not be
going on.
off to a good start at that
No, it
point.
won't. It won't.
But yeah, I think you can. It's just a one-time change. Yeah, I gotta go out and get YouTube subscribers. I'm just gonna start
Yeah.
handing shit out in like Columbus.
Well, you
Circle
get more on the campaign trail.
and everything. So yeah, exactly, they'll all go to my channel. Then they'll see the horrible things I've said on my show over the first like 60 episodes.
I don't think that's
that I've
stopping
done.
anyone anymore.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not. But let's not get into it.
We
That-
won't get into
That'll
that.
be like a whole nother hour.
That's
or
just a
whatever.
whole nother detail.
But yeah, let's get out. Chris, thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate it. Guys, listen. I got Twitter, Facebook. Don't even bother with those. Tumblr.
Tumblr.
I don't go on Tumblr anymore because they took off all the adult content. So
Oh, yeah.
no point in me going on there anymore. So
Dirtbag no more.
Dirtbag no more.
That's the slogan.
There we go. 2019 Dirtbag no more. There we go. Oh man. Okay, so just go to the Instagram LAWESHOWSM LAWESHOWSM. I might shorten that at some point, but not for right now. Okay, I've been telling people that for too long, so we're gonna stick with that a little longer. So just go there to the Instagram, and then on YouTube, it's Life and Whatever Else, no spaces. Just put in the search Life and Whatever Else, no spaces. We got some other shit. Like, I think we got an email, but I don't think anybody's ever sent us an email. So, lifeandwhateverelse@gmail.com. Go ahead. I dare you to send one.
I dare you.
And
Flooding that
then we
inbox.
actually have a website too that nobody has really. I should do something, but I haven't. That's lifeandwhateverelse.com.
Yes.
Lifeandwhateverelse.com. Probably get sued because somebody probably say, "Oh, look, that's our website." But hey, just go
Well, you
there.
wouldn't be able to have it if they already had it.
True. But who the hell knows? There's so many legal things that happen.
No, if they want it, they're going to have to purchase it from you
That's what I'm talking
going
about.
forward.
Because I didn't even start it.
Well,
That's the funny
yeah.
thing.
So whoever wants it now, you make them pay big bucks for that.
Okay,
You hold on to that domain.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm holding on to it.
That's right.
I'm holding on to it. All right, let's get out of here.
All right. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
Peace, guys.